Hey, welcome back. Alright, so what we have here is our next mission up. If you don't remember, recall, or if you're new here, let me start it off that way. If you're new here, we are going through the Ryujin questline, the Ryujin faction, if you will, and we've already done the UC Vanguard. We've already done the Freestar Rangers. Now we're on here, which will follow up with Crimson Fleet. But we're just going straight in. We're not moving in between. The only time I move in between is if, like these, I'll go if there's extra time. But I'm not going to attack these unless I really feel like, oh yeah, like I need to talk to Sergeant Yumi. No, I don't. I don't need to talk to any of these cats. I don't need to talk to Victus. This right here, this is a continuing quest. This one right here is a continuing quest. This is just a continuing quest, kind of, sort of. This, I have no idea. This kind of lets you know where a certain ship is, but it doesn't matter either way. Regardless of, this is a continuing quest until it's over. Until pretty much the storyline's over. You go talk and that's it. But other than that, we're continuing on our quest line. What makes it easier is that we do have stealth. We do have things like concealment. I've started getting into gymnastics because eventually I want to get increased jump height. Cellular regeneration needed, decontamination needed, weightlifting, we'll have to get that up eventually. It was really just something I did in order to get concealment. Next though, we do need rejuvenation. We want to regenerate health outside of combat. Wellness, we need to get into social. This kind of give you spoiler, non-spoiler, but this quest line eventually gives you manipulation, so you don't have to spend in case you were into social and you're like, oh, what do you use this one? Just do the Ryujin quest line. It's fun, and by the time you're done, you'll have this unlocked. New game plus it adds on. This way you don't have to do the challenges. No, I think you do have to do the challenges, but it'll give you the next unlock. Let's see, other than that, we're looking pretty well. So, let's get into it.
Was the single most stressful experience of my life. Can I help you? Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
You know, if they aren't willing, that leaves us with only one option.
God, Ularu, is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. Now, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
I'm like, I'm waiting on you, but alright.
Good. You're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments, and 1 specialized.
Oh, a few incidents here and there, but nothing we can't handle, right? I happen to have a...
So the few incidents is, unfortunately, I will say this: if you have the correct stealth perks, basically, honestly, all you really need is stealth. But you could use the first 2 perks of concealment as well. I would say if absolutely necessary, if you really want to, but if not, full stealth, full rank 4 stealth. Anyway, there's a bit with the Freestar Rangers that no matter what you do, there's 2 guards. Even if I were to walk in right now, there's 2 guards that are going to start shooting me. You wipe them out, but then no one else. Like, no one else is coming after you. But for some reason, there's a mission there that Ryujin sends you to go perform. You do it, but unfortunately, there's only one entrance of the whole place, and it's that front door, and those guards immediately aggro on you, so there's nothing you can do. So I would say I'll show it on the next, and you know what, in GTA Plus, Jesus, in New Game Plus, you need to, not need to, but it's a lot better lore-wise, or just, you know, game-wise, to do the Ryujin thing first before you do the Freestar Rangers. Anyway.
A personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
She's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding. Good, because if not, your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in, so his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits, so if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it? You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope she doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your introduction. What do you think of Ularu? No one loves Ularu more than Ularu. She's smart, climbed her way up to Chief Operations Officer all by herself. Of course, now she expects if she can do it, anyone can. So her standards tend to be a bit over the top. Let me know if you have any questions regarding you. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon. For you? No, only Ularu calls me that. And it's not up for negotiation. I worked with Simon a lot in my time as a field op. He's a perpetually grumpy man, but I think he just likes to keep his distance. Getting close to people isn't a luxury he can afford in his line of work, much like ours. Only that it's vastly different than Neon. There's not glitz and glam where Sidonia is concerned. And don't worry about it being in UC territory. Simon's smart, so any physical information he may hand off to you won't set off any alarms. Just make sure your ship is clean before reaching Mars orbit. Remember, Aurora is illegal there, so if you have any on you, it needs to stay here.
They know how to make a client feel welcome.
Yes, there is a vent there. If I'm not mistaken. Oops. Let me wait a little bit. Oh, look, right there. There's also a vent here. So, again, you know what's funny is that you could always tell when something's gonna go down. Because why would there be vents, right? But you have no access to them. So it's kind of a wonder what you'd have to do. And you're an operative. And I just hurt my ankles. Anyway, we don't need to go and do all that. What we need to do is just fast travel. But yeah, if you pay attention to certain things, I never noticed it the first time. But then kind of on the way back, maybe I did. It was just there. I thought, okay, whatever. But unfortunately, you can't go in and scout around. And this mission's pretty straightforward. A lot of it is pretty straightforward. We don't have a particular set of gear yet. We're gonna get that soon, I believe. Let me see if we do though. It would be in apparel, and it's not. Anyway, continue on.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna see something funny. Check this out. Watch this.
Oh, man.
Zero. 0 days without incident. I had to do that because it's so funny. Which makes you wonder, well, every time you visit that place, the number doesn't keep on going up, right? I wish it would. Because then it'd be like, hey, you reached the maximum number, like 999 days. Here's your free reward. But someone somewhere is getting hurt because I've seen it at 0 plenty of times. So I just think it's I personally just think it's funny that
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
that it goes to 0, especially when you do something about it. Anyway.
Can't wait to get out of this place. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Yeah. I just wish Sidonia had a bit more to offer while I'm trying to enjoy my unemployment. Not much in the way of entertainment around here. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Stockyards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes, but that is... Glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant, I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross... If you take her out and... She's a freelance mercenary. Used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business. She specializes in killing for the right. You're doing me a tremendous favor. Malai's ship is called. Just remember.
I'm still shocked about Governor Herbst.
Oh, right. Duh. I'm so used to the past Bethesda games. You just run over to wherever, but yeah. Anyway, jump over here. We're gonna go take care of this thing. Now, real quick, there are multiple ways to handle this. I'll just show you, but there are multiple ways. Technically speaking, though, you can do it in a fashion that, well, again, you'll see.
Far enough. State your business or I open fire. That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. Simon's been trying to kill me for years, and failed. Miserably. So, why haven't you opened fire, Talk. To killing me? How about for me killing you, huh? Don't think I couldn't take you out if I wanted to. What are you, a therapist? It's none of your business. Perhaps, but just how do you propose we manage that? Because I intend on staying very much alive. He wants the very thing that protects my life. Of course he does. He knows I would never... All right. You can have Ember, but you'll have to come aboard to get her. You have my word you won't be harmed, for whatever that's worth.
We should have a talk, when you have the time, of course.
Almost ran into her. Whoops.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Oops. I wonder if there's some stuff here. If there's books or stuff, I want to take them. Shadow in the attic. And if she has any contraband, I definitely want to take those too. I'm definitely taking those. Oliver Twist, no. I think it generates stuff at random because I don't believe, like for instance, that she actually has children here because, you know, or she's a family person because, well, she could very well because there's multiple beds here. I never noticed that. Oh my god. I was gonna say I think it randomly generates, but I think she actually has a family. Oh no. Well. Huh. Never saw that coming. Pretty straightforward ship.
I'm impressed. Simon managed to find someone with guts to come after me. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that he wants Ember as proof of this. He knows I'd never. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She's saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we were a thing for a while. Until the coward sold me out. I'm sure he regrets it, considering I survived the attempt on my life. And now, I live. So if Simon told you I wanted him dead, it's... Oh, will you? You really think I'd let you just walk if you knew anything about it? The only truth here is that I've intended... I'm pretty sure I've already... You make a good point. If you met... I suppose you have a point. Okay. Fine. You... Besides, I like to think of this as just... She's always found her way back to... Oh, don't worry. I'm looking forward. I guess Simon chose... Now get off my ship.
Yeah. So anyway, you can technically deal with her, but anything else? Oh, where's the captain's thing? Where's the captain's? There it is.
Look, I don't do small talk, so it's time to leave.
I mean, I'll definitely take all of this. Why not? She's not gonna attack or kill me. I think she was actually planning a vacation with her family. I've never seen a thing like that though. And I've never seen a hab like this. Let me take a look one more time. Because she has 1, 2, 3 beds. Find a book. All of a sudden things aren't... Huh, I can just take things down like my friend. Anyway. We've got the gun, we'll go talk to him, and then we'll get the information and be done with our mission. You can, though, attack her. You could do it a few ways. Again, you can go and just straight up shoot her from the ship, knock out her engines, because you do need to, I think it does it automatically, because you do need to go inside and get the gun. But if not, though, and it does destroy the ship, then you're kind of out of luck. Maybe it puts it in the cargo. I doubt it. I think you could just tell him, like, hey, like, she's gone. Like, hey, she ain't coming out of that alive. You still board the ship. You attack. Knock out the engines. You talk to her. Not talk to her, but she fights back. Or maybe she just still does dialogue, but regardless, you got the gun. She's gone. This is the first time I've ever actually just kind of spared her life. Usually I just say, you know, whatever, and I take care of her, but this time around, no. This time I said, I want to actually see what happens if I were to do this. But you would get the ship.
Survived the devil herself. Things aren't as easy when there's a history to consider. A moment's hesitation or sleeping. I haven't given it much. The only thing I know. It's strange. I always imagined I'd be happy knowing she's gone. Perhaps I've been running so long now that it will just... You know, why don't you keep that gun of hers? I think it's time I left the past behind. Let's hope you're right. The information I have is on a deal for something called Project Dominion. I'm giving you 2 slates. They contain surveillance and interaction data for Stanley McMillan, the Infinity rep, that I obtained myself. I'm also giving you a 3rd slate because you're going to need to download the files on Project Dominion off his computer yourself. Nice doing business with you.
Let's see. That's all we do. So we're going to, it's a good little stopping point. I'll go ahead and break it off there. But we have everything we need. We head back.
To keep Sidonia
and then we'll get our next objective, which I'd rather just... Let me save this. I like to save. Yeah, I'd rather just do that over at home base. Talk to Imogene, get the next mission rolling. But anyway, that is it for now, and I will catch you on the next one. See you there.